This is an update to give perspective on the same series of videos on the all greens. And I just call it all greens because you have all green here. And of course, it's fun to look at. But the bigger point is that we are looking to trade systematically. And it's a good lesson for everyone, including our signal callers, to just simply be systematic. Don't try to chase 100% winning. Don't try to chase money desperation. Don't think negatively. The market will kick your tail if you think negatively. It's a weird thing, okay? It's weird. But if you have other emotional issues, don't bring them into the market. You know, that's something everyone has to learn, and it's very important to see. So when we have a systematic signal, all right, with, you know, it's just with systems trading in general, you want to understand that you have a system because it's been figured out to put you in high probability positions to go in a certain direction, right? And so the keyword is high probability. You know, probability. When you're in the markets, you have to have a mindset that accepts that word probability. And so when you do, then you understand that each trade is a risk and there's no guaranteed type of movement in the marketplace, right? Because if you start to go for guaranteed winning and guaranteed success, you get on the wrong side of the mentality that is needed to win in trading. You need, if one wants to win in trading, they have to put on their positions in high probability scenarios, and have the historical math figured out to how frequent the probability happens in coordination with your entry point, in coordination with the asset you're trading. Here we're trading NADEX spreads, all right? NADEX day spreads on the EL3 signals and the perpetual pops, or any of the perpetual-based pops methods. We designed this to be able to have an easy way to trade NADEX. This NADEX, it doesn't have entry triggers. We could do so much more if NADEX had entry triggers like buy stop to enter or sell short stop to enter, and so on, you know, but they don't. And it's what it is right now. Hopefully they'll improve in the future, or maybe someone else will come along. Now with E-mini futures trading and stock trading, easy, right? Everything's cut and dry. With vanilla options trading, it's still pretty easy because you have contingent orders for brokers that have contingent orders. And if any options broker doesn't have contingent orders, well, leave them or tell them to get it immediately while opening up another account somewhere else that has the basic responsibility of having contingent orders. Look, contingent orders aren't anything new. They're way old. Back in the days, we used to trade options, and we would have to sit there all day waiting for our entries to swing trade. Now with contingent orders, you can reduce your attention span required to just a couple minutes a day, a few minutes, right? Also, something that we didn't think about before, which is pretty dumb not to think about, but you can use price alerts. You can use tradingview.com, for example, and you can get a price alert with an email, and maybe you can put your phone in there. I'm not a big phone guy, but you can get the alert to when you need to enter and exit. So then after you get that alert, you can go log in and enter and exit. All right. So anyways, wanted to point out a few things here and show you some of the signals that we have open here. We don't have all our signal services open, as you can see, but we have this new cheap binary. Oops, I said that B word again. Sorry. You can see right there. Here's the word. Because these ad platforms don't like you saying this word. All right. There's this little bit weird, right? They'll shut your count down. Anyways, I already kind of said it. But we have these far out of the money for these home run style of trades with the weekly B's, okay? Weekly B's, right? And you can see here, hopefully we get this score with the out of the money. We bought this at 12. We bought these at 30. Right now they're 72. And we have an RC, it's called RC1, where we have a swing trigger, and we combine this with out of the money B's, okay? 1010s. And so we can put these triggers on and have excellent business math where we can have a position. Usually we get between 20 and 25, all right? And sometimes we have to go for 30. Just depends on what's available on the chain and the time of week. Now, as the week progresses, we have higher deltas. That means we'll take less and less points in the underlying asset for you to turn 20 into 70 or 80 or 90, or just, maybe you can expire it in the money. So, but we're looking to swing trade that, go on momentum, ride the momentum, and then cash out. Now, when we have such low risk to high reward type of scenarios, combined with a system of momentum entry trigger that is pretty consistent, hey, that means that we don't have to win that often. Although, of course, we always want to win, right? But we don't have to have a high winning percentage in order to make a lot of dough, right? So I think about the turtle traders. I don't know if you've studied the turtle traders. These guys, I studied them back a while. And one of their traders was able to put out the full system. And he mentioned that they only had 40% winning. And when I heard that, back then, I almost fell out of my seat. I said, that is hideous sounding, right? But they still made fortunes. So that's amazing to hear. So that gets you thinking, hey, business math is an important part of trading. Let's get this business math figured out better and better. Now, I say business, I'm not talking about your average online business. I'm talking about your traditional bricks and mortar, your professional type of business, maybe your franchise type of business. They'll make you do all the proper accounting and business math, or your professional business organizations have this all figured out, or they better have it figured out. And so you get you go try to figure out all these numbers and variables and statistics. You want to get these hammered out. And so then you just put on these progressions of trades. A great business model, which, actually NADEX is one. Okay, they're kind of like what you would find at Vegas, right? Those starts with a C. They've got a business model. They have I forgot. I don't know their winning percentage, but they have the math figured out so well that, sure, a lot of people win, but over the series of we'll call them investments, right, at your local Vegas outlet there, they have the math figured out. So over a series of deals, they're gonna just consistently make money, right? So you can see here we have EL3 on the US 500. We have perpetual pops here. No perpetual pops. Okay, trades today. It just didn't have a trigger. And so, we want to trade our system, and that puts everyone, Signal subscribers and us trading, in the best position on average, because everything's been figured out on the system, right? So, but trying to go make stuff up in real time to prove our deep thoughts or our opinions on where the market's going to go, that's usually a cause, or it's not a cause. That's usually a mindset, an approach that leads to losing in the markets. So this is a good lesson to learn for everyone. All right, so 'cause we've had people over the past couple months who are less experienced. They don't have a lot of experience in the markets, but they read a couple books. They saw some YouTube videos and they think they know all these things, and they think they can get 100% winning, so they keep chasing it, and that's called the pursuit of the Holy Grail. And that ends up what? That ends up getting one to chase their tail into a losing trap. All right, the trading books for the past 100 years talk about this. And so anyways, I wanted to just put this out here. It's a nice, pretty picture. Also, I wanted to mention with spreads trading, you can go one way and you can go right back the other way to make a big score. All right, what time is it now? Almost 3:30. So probably this will not bounce back up this way, and there's a good probability because of the. Let's go to U.S. Tech for more dramatic price action spasms. Probably it's going to close down here, but regardless, on other days when the market's not so sure where it wants to go, it could go down, up, all in a day. And I'm sure if you have been day trading the stock market indices, E-mini futures, that you've seen this, experienced this, and so on. Okay, this trade here was that was, I think, an accidental entry. It's supposed to have been a daily entry from the day before, I think, and it was a weekly it was picked. Anyways, so you're seeing a nice picture here. I just want to point out some of these new signal services. Also wanted to address some of the estrogenic swooning we're seeing of some members. I think it's because of the emotions of the time, and you really, in the markets, you got to tune all that out. You got to tune the news out. You got to tune out comments and your comment boards and all that stuff. All right, you can read How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market by Nicholas Darby's book to get a very good description of the process of learning how you need to tune out all of the nonsense from the markets, including the thoughts that come into your head, right from the ether or wherever, and you need to focus on the price and simply logically act and react to the price according to your method of trading. All right, that's enough of this topic for today. I just want to address some points out there and show you that when we have a system trade, okay, that means it's a trigger that has a certain amount of price action weight to go in a particular direction. Doesn't mean it will definitely go in that direction. You can have countering things out there where you get other types of traders hopping on the market, playing games or whatever they do to create their price action emotional swoons. But here you can just get a picture. So we also look to refine and improve continually. Okay, it's like what's that old Lexus commercial? It's a relentless pursuit of perfection. And so it's not optimizing on the fly. It's a complete systematic improvement for just tweaking little things here and there to increase the average profitability over time. Okay, all right. So when we want to react to any sort of series of trades that the marketplace is acting goofy or whatever, no, we just want to systematically look at the big picture. So when you're on one of these signal services or you're trading one of our systems or anyone's systems or your own system, keep the perspective, because so many times people blow themselves out because there's a wonky month or whatever, and then the system goes on to perform great. And if someone would have stuck with that over time, they could have made fortunes. Anyways, that's it. Thanks. BestTradingSignals.net.